I'm Commissioner Nancy Jester, and welcome to Nancy Jester Reports for the week of January 7th, 2019. Welcome to the new year. Hope you had a great holiday season at the end of 2018 and started off the new year right. So welcome back. A couple of announcements, and then I'll go over the things we've done over the last 2 weeks, because this is my first video for January 2019. So we elected a presiding and deputy presiding officer for the commission for 2019, and I'm happy to say we re-elected unanimously Commissioner Jeff Rader as our presiding officer and Steve Bradshaw as our deputy presiding officer. So congratulations to them. They did a very outstanding job last year organizing the work of the VOC, and I'm proud that it was a unanimous election, so that went very nicely. We've met twice now, once last week, but we didn't do a video last week. We didn't post one for you, and then this week in our business meeting. Mainly, we just had some routine procurement items, and some grant acceptances. Nothing's really standing out, and I'm doing this this video a few days later after our meeting, so but nothing's really jumping out at me. What I do want to talk to you about is it's budget season, so we are in the process of having our budget hearings and talking to the administration about their budget proposal and hearing from various departments who may have questions or thoughts or want amendments to their budgets. So in fact, we had a Finance Audit and Budget Committee hearing today, and I chair the Finance Audit and Budget Committee. We had a meeting today just to go over various assumptions in the budget, to hear from the administration, and have a discussion together as a committee and as a board about the budget. So we did that. It was a very robust discussion. Lots of interesting information about the assumptions that are underlying the budget. Some good, some not good, in my opinion, but very thoughtful discussion. One of the assumptions that I need to make sure that I give you clarity on is the administration is assuming no change in the aggregate unincorporated millage rate. So that's one issue. So if you live in unincorporated DeKalb, your millage rate will remain unchanged. Most of the cities and all of the cities in District 1 will see a little decrease in what the county charges you for services, simply because of the interplay within the different rates. Remember, we don't have one millage rate for DeKalb County. We have several different rates, like a bucket, right, for each, for various different types of services. So, for instance, if you live in a city that has a police force of its own, you wouldn't pay the police millage rate, okay? So that's why there are differences. The rates are the same for everybody, from no matter where you are in DeKalb, whether you live in a city or the unincorporated areas, but you may or may not utilize that service from the county. So that's why there may be differences in what you pay to the county. And we'll explain more about that at another time, but it looks like the assumption right now would see a slight decrease for the cities all throughout DeKalb, and you would see the same rates, your aggregate rate to the county stay the same if you're in unincorporated, or Stonecrest, which pays the unincorporated rate. So that is important. Also important to note is the change in the e-host and the SPLOST situation for this year, how it's going to affect your taxes. What we're looking at right now is that for homesteaded properties, again, homesteaded properties, 100% of the general fund millage and the hospital millage, which are two of the millage rates that we charge overall, would be would basically be offset by the e-host credit. So that's really going to bring the amount of taxes that you pay to DeKalb County significantly down. So that's good news. That's pursuant to the referendum passed in 2017, I believe, right, for the SPLOST referendum. So the SPLOST also, we were talking about the collections. Collections are down about 5% from the estimate, and it was very, and to be perfectly fair with the folks that were making the estimate, because of the exemptions, food and medication being exempted from that sales tax, it was a bit hard for them to give a first-year estimate for DeKalb County. But they came up with a number, and we're seeing collections is about 5% lower than that. So, but SPLOST is being collected, and we are certainly allocating that to right now mostly public safety, because the administration hasn't really given us a prioritization list for the paving that we need to be doing. So I am disappointed on that. I don't think we're deploying our SPLOST resources as fast and effectively as we should be. I think we're doing okay on the public safety part of SPLOST. We've gotten new vehicles and we're doing some good things there, but we're not paving as fast as I think we should have, and I just think the administration wasn't prepared as they should be. So on that regard. The other big sort of topic to talk to you about are the sewer spills at the end of 2018. If you follow me on social media, we had a lot of sewer spills. We've had some big ones as well. And we had that big rain event. And some people have asked me, well, why when it rains do we have a sewer issue? It's a separate, it is a separate line from stormwater. So runoff from storms goes into one set of pipes and it doesn't go to a treatment plant or anything, right? So your sewage is in a separate set of pipes. And what happens is we, though, have what we call an I&I problem, an infiltration and intrusion problem. So when it rains, especially when we get heavy rains, the water gets into the sewer pipes and strains the system. And some areas are already constrained and blocked anyway because they're either undersized or ill-maintained. And so the water comes in and all the sewage flows out, wherever it can, manholes and cracks and so on. Stream crossings and the like. We had a lot of that go on with all that rain we got at the end of the year, so that is just very disappointing. We could do a whole video on the sewer system, the issues with that, the federal court order we're under, what we're doing, where we were, but we've done some media about it, so you've seen some TV broadcasts about it, and I've certainly been interviewed a couple times. I've made some statements about that. So I'll keep you posted there, but we do have an ongoing issue there. We're under a federal court order to fix our system. We are behind schedule, quite frankly, on that, and I continue to exercise oversight on that and get information for you on that. Certainly, please feel free to contact my office, email me with any questions or concerns you have, and stay tuned for the next Nancy Jester reports. We will have a lot of exciting agendas coming up in the near future, I'm sure. So I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks.